last week Jim wasn't here, and we threw up the audio from Monster of the Week, session number 1, which I honestly expected most people to shit on. Like, what is this? It sounds bad, and you guys are bad. Don't ever do that shit again. But there was a lot of positive feedback from it, surprisingly.
Such as? Just a small example.
Our buddy JD thought it was interesting, and some other folks thought it was.
Of all the people.
It's a look behind the nerd curtain, you know. People got to see what it's like hanging out with Jim and Dale. There's a lot of food involved. They learned.
Oh,
you know?
God,
There's
is there ever?
There's food.
I roll the socks.
And
Bacon
bad
wrapped
jokes.
bacon sandwiches of bacon.
And next time Jim's not here, we'll throw up the audio probably from session number 2, where you get to hear me pretty much cry, because I'm the DM, I'm the keeper, so I'm talking all the time and telling them what they see and all this kind of shit. And one of the people we play with, she brings a keto food for me and herself, and there was this chicken dip that just looks so damn good, and I was like, I can't wait to get to that, but first I got to introduce this the session. I got to get us going, otherwise we're just gonna jag off for an hour. And before I know it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the session, I'm like, all right, we're in a nice flow. I can start picking at this food, and Jim's just like, hey guys, it's all good.
This is from the session where I was there. Oh, God, that chicken dip was so good.
Oh, that was the first session. Yeah, because you didn't. Yeah, I just, to this day, I just think of that chicken dip because it was hyped up so much to me, and I didn't.
You should have eaten some. It was really delicious. You should have grabbed some. It's really good.
Yeah.
Sounds like the boys are getting grounded right now, so that's good.
Oh, shit.
Where was I?
Shit. Yeah, what's going on? Why weren't you here with me?
Lifting on the weekends. Teddy had football. That just wrapped up. They lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. It was harder for them this year because last year he was in second grade, and that was the oldest it went up to. And this year he's in third grade, and it went from third to fifth grade.
So he's at the bottom
and his
of the
little
barrel.
maneuvers weren't working against fifth graders.
He's like, watch this stiff arm. And they're just like,
he would do the Devin Hester, like, I'm cutting backwards and then all the way up the field. And this year was like, I'm cutting backwards, I'm down.
I'm cutting backwards and I went backwards. And sorry about that.
Oh, I can't catch that fifth grader. That's a touchdown. But it was a good game. It was a good game. So
they made it to the Super Bowl.
The only loss they had was to this team once during the season and then once during the Super Bowl. So they came in second place. I've been doing that. I've had some rehearsals occasionally, apparently, with a cover band. I had a jam session with an original band. It's been busy on Sundays.
Jam.
Where I just started teaching. I'm teaching a class now. I'm not going to say where, because if they find this, I'll get fired like that. But it's just been crazy busy. Beginning of the year is always nuts. But I'm going to be back soon. Soon. I can't wait. So I missed it. I missed the second session. So people liked it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking about the session. I was just like, you got to be here on Monday.
Oh, Monday. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen often. I had to go to Elkhart, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half away-ish each way, and a time zone ahead for somebody to show me how to log into a website. Yeah, well, I got logged in. I'm in.
You're in the system. There has to be at least one capital, a number, and a special character. You got it all.
It was a
figured
3-hour session from 5. It was scheduled from 5 to 8. We left at about 6:30. And
well, that's good.
But none of that needed. You could have just sent me an email and said, "Hey, here's your username, here's your password, here's the website."
No, got to do it in person. You start sending valuable information like that, very sensitive information. Look at Donnie. Get Hillary. Email the servers, the emails. Can't do it.
You can just say, "Here's the website,"
you know,
and then I create a password. Who knows? Either way, I didn't need to go that far, but I did need to go that far. I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
I'll be here on Mondays. I keep everything away from Mondays as best I can. And it's not even like, well, I've got this thing on Mondays, but if we can do it. I just say I can't do Mondays. This is live. This is a live show now. I mean, you don't.
It's live. It's Jim
Does
and
Tom
Dale
Skilling?
live.
He's just like, I got this thing I do. It's called the news, but I can go to this thing I don't need to go to.
If we need to, if we've got to. Yeah, I'm gonna lower my webcam a bit. Let me show off that Packers jersey a little.
Hey, when does the season start?
September 9th.
Ooh, that's a good day.
Week one, Packers Bears. It's a Sunday night. And week 2, Packers Vikings. So we got some very important division games kicking off the season. And I'll tell you what, the Packers look great. New defensive coordinator.
You got your wish.
Rookies. Yeah, he's finally gone, and immediately everyone's like, "Oh, we're good now." Like Aaron Rodgers, they practice against their own defense a lot, obviously, and he's just like, "This is different." So he's got the Aaron Rodgers blessing. Got these young cornerbacks who are lighting it up in camp. It's gonna be a good season, and I can't wait. It starts September 9th, and that's gonna be a day where I break from my keto diet, and I'm gonna drink so much beer that they're gonna have to scoop me up off the fucking ground. It's gonna be 4 beers, and it's gonna destroy me.
I can't drink that much beer. Like I can't drink enough beer to get messed up on beer. It's like I'll throw up. Like I gotta pace myself too much, or my stomach turns. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think like when you're outside and it's hot and you're just like, yeah, give me that cold one. That's helpful. But when you're in like a bar or something and it's like cold, it's hard. It's hard in general just to like slam them back and back and back and back. It's like, I'm comfortable. I don't need to do this. I'm forcing this liquid down my throat. It's just, yeah. I just like the old rum and diets now.
I said
that
that's a good day because it's John in the chat. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. 22 years young. 22.
22 inches long. Young.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, man. So I don't know if you got a chance to look, because obviously Discord's doing a thing where it's messed up our webcams a bit, but we still have our episode list of topics.
We do.
And
let me, oh my goodness, there is?
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China news.
Okay.
It involves Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
We kind of knew this, right?
Well, yeah. Well, it's it's the remake. It's gonna have The Rock, and they're remaking Big Trouble in Little China. He's gonna be Jack Bird. It's a remake. Well,
no,
that's not the case.
Are we? No. No.
It's not what you think, but it's more straightforward. It's not a re-sequel.
Well, it can't be. They've never had a sequel.
That's true. This is from producer Hiram Garcia, and this is from BloodyDisgusting.com. Now, the first thing I did when there's like, the producer's talking about the movie. Who is this producer? Now, this producer, and I'm sure there's a bunch of producers on the Big Trouble in Little China remake here. This guy, this Hiram Garcia, he's The Rock's producer. This guy is a producer on Jumanji, Skyscraper, Scorpion King, Journey 2, San Andreas. You fucking laughed. I think you're right. Let me go to him. I got him open.
Alone.
No, he jumped on board in 2012, and I think Scorpion King was
about 2000. Trey, 4.
Yeah. So this is from Hiram Garcia, where he says, there's a lot of things going on with that movie. We are in the process of developing that, and let me tell you,
he's cutting a promo. Let me tell you something about Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh You always love when a politician or some fucking scam man or producer. Let me tell you, the idea is not to actually remake Big Trouble in Little China. You can't remake a classic like that. So what we're planning to do is we're going to continue the story.
That's a sequel.
We're going to continue the universe. Everything that happened in the original exists and is standalone. I think there's only one person that could ever play Jack Burton. So Dwayne would never try and play that character. We are just having a lot of fun. Let me tell you.
That's so much better when I can only see your eyes. Let me tell you. So this is a sequel. It's a sequel in the universe. But they're tying it in somehow. We can't call it.
Well, we might get some more of the mysticism characters. We might get some. Maybe they're in Little China again, and maybe son of Wang, and who knows? Who knows what they're going to try to do? He says we're actually in a really great space with the story. They just
who's going to say the story's shit right now, but we're hopeful.
Yeah, we're in a great space with the story that we've cracked. Not great when you have to say we've cracked it, because that implies you've had quite the struggle so far, which isn't a bad thing. But maybe
just been licking at that nutshell till it got so soft that we could eventually squeeze it open.
But yeah, no remake. It is a continuation, and we are deep into development on that as well. And I think you'll start hearing some things about that probably soon.
I didn't care that it was going to be a remake, but do you know how much more excited I am knowing there's a possibility that Kurt Russell could make a cameo as Jack Burton?
I think that's got.
If you can get Bill Murray to be in Ghostbusters 2016, you can get Kurt Russell to be in Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, here's the thing. For whatever reason, they have the rights, and they're playing with the rights, and they're playing, slapping it about, and they've decided to shift away from the remake because that's what they were going to do. Let's not bullshit. They were going to do that, and they thought better of it, which is good. So they said straight sequel. It's a continuation, same universe. We're going to play around. We're going to have some fun. Just make it a hard sequel. Don't just like have somebody say, yeah, it's like that time Jack Burton. It's like with some sort of Suicide Squad. It's like some sort of Big Trouble in Little China with Jack Burton. Just have him in it. Don't even do a whole cameo. Have a nice subplot. Maybe like they have to, I don't know. There's a bunch of ways to go about it. You don't have to dick around. Like when they did Jumanji, they had a lot of, references and stuff to the original and Robin Williams, who of course passed away. So obviously, there was going to be no fucking cameo there. This is a bit different. You can really have fun. I like that phrase. We're going to have some fun, even though it's a bullshit line. Do it. That's what this movie is. It's all fun. To have fun properly.
Please have fun, and definitely tie it in substantially. Like you said, don't just, hey, we're in Chinatown. You know what happened some years back. Tie it in storyline wise. We're talking about magic and sorcery and all that. It would be easy to do. It wouldn't be, oh, I can't believe that. Well, you believed that a guy wasn't flesh and he was a ghost and that transformed and had magic powers. So you could believe pretty much anything in this universe. And the Chinese wild man escaped.
It's true. But this is like 80 years later.
But what is he?
So
he's not a real man.
He's going to have a walker.
Chinese wild man is a beast. He's a savage beast. He could already be thousands of years old.
It's this article from BloodyDisgusting.com says, last we heard, Ashley Miller and Zach Stentz were writing the script.
Me too.
And I don't know who those people are, but I have just wikied them just to see. We've got from Ashley Miller. Oh, it's a man.
Oh, I don't trust men named Ashley, but go ahead.
We've got a couple episodes from The Twilight Zone, 2003. Andromeda, so some early sci-fi television stuff. Agent Cody Banks with Muniz, Maybe some episodes here. It doesn't say how many from Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I hear is not a bad show.
It wasn't awful.
Fringe. You know, a lot
I've
of
heard
people
good
like
things
that.
about that.
He was a writer on X-Men First Class. That was a good one. That was one of the good ones.
I haven't
wasn't
seen it, but I've heard that it is.
I think, that one was
I
enjoyable.
think we're getting closer to something
he
I've
was a-
seen.
He was a writer on Thor.
I've seen that.
And it looks like he's going to be a writer on Top Gun Maverick coming 2019.
Well, then he knows, maybe this is his specialty. The 30-year-old sequels.
I love that he's just like, I got to get in. What do I have to do? Agent Cody Banks?
Mhm.
There it is. Now can I do X-Mans? Yes. Cool. So that's one of the writers. Now I'm going to look at Zach Stentz. They might be a
duo.
team. So it might be the same fucking movies. And it is. Yep, same exact movies. A couple episodes of The Flash as well for this guy.
Oh, wait.
And-
1989 Flash? Okay.
No.
Well,
2016.
that's a really good
The Flash.
show. I like The
Yeah.
Flash.
And he's going to be writing something called Rim of the World and Booster Gold.
Oh, Booster Gold. That's a DC property.
Who's that?
Booster Gold is a DC superhero.
Okay.
Doomsday kills
So
him
they're all over the
in
place
that
here.
whole Death of Superman thing.
Fucking movie is like 3 years from coming out and it's spoiled already.
Yeah.
Christ. Rim of the World.
Rimming the
is,
World?
Sci-fi. Rimming the World is directed by Mick G, our supernatural boy Mick G, from a screenplay by this fella. 4 misfit teenagers who become unlikely allies when their summer camp experience is cut short by what? An alien invasion. The teens must work together, overcome their fears and insecurities, and work as a team as they attempt to do what? Save the world.
Aliens. Like Donald Trump.
Mick G. Yes, this is a Space Force. This is a Space Force.
Space Force. Space Force.
So yeah, that's the news with Big Trouble in Little China. It's going to be more of a sequel.
I like
have
that.
a feeling. Yeah, but it reminds me of the Friday the 13th sequel, where every 4 or 5 months they changed everything. They changed writers, they changed direction. They said it's going to be found footage. They're like, no, it's going to be a prequel. No, it's going to be.
You can't base this on a Friday the 13th stalled sequel, because this involves The Rock, who just likes to make billions of dollars.
That's true. That's true. He's a bit of a.
I would
go-getter.
imagine if The Rock was involved in that, we would have a Friday the 13th sequel. I almost said sequel, because that's not a word, so I didn't.
Thank you, Jim. Hey, Jim.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Dick, you're fired.
But at the same time, real quick though, this is, you say this is The Rock. This isn't how he gets down. It is with this property we've been talking about for 3
It's true.
goddamn
Well,
years.
he's like, let me make a few billion doing these other side movies.
Let me do fake leg John
Oh,
McClane, and then
That's true. He
then
did
we'll
do
be
that.
good. He did it.
I'm excited that
He
it's
did.
not. I wasn't bummed that it was a remake, and he was going to be Jack
I
Burton.
kind of was. That was going to be
It's fine. I always have the original. Now I'm way more excited that this is a sequel, and he's not Jack Burton. He could be a new character.
I think they learned. I think the industry as a whole learned a lot from Jumanji, the new Jumanji movie, which obviously they latched onto the name recognition, they latched onto the property, and they said we want to do our own thing, but we do want to kind of have it like somewhat of a sequel, because there's plenty of connections to the original movie and stuff, but nothing that if they had to, they could have written it out pretty easily. But it was a success, and it was a good movie, and I think that's probably why they changed it. They were like, no, let's just Jumanji Big Trouble in Little China, because that fucking worked. So it might be something like that, where they're going to be in that same alley for a different reason.
And it's going to work in Halloween.
They're going to be in that. They're going to be in that sewer for a different reason, potentially. It's a lot of stuff like that. I think that's probably the direction they'll go. But yeah, I'm hyped that it's not a fucking remake. I
can't wait. You can have Wang's kids in it. Who knows? You could do the sky.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, R. Kelly. Jim. Nothing. No laugh. No giggle.
Yeah,
That was
no,
good.
it was.
You set me up so good. I paused and everything for the audience applause, and there was nothing.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
just like,
It's a little too true. And he's still alive, and just okay.
Yeah, I for whatever reason, a song will get in your head, and then you get in your friend's head for the next couple of days. That's always just a fun thing. And every now and then, I'll get R. Kelly songs in there, especially when I'm driving. I want to do a little toot toot, and R. Kelly's weird. He had that whole trapped in the closet thing. Obviously, the kid shit. But from like an artist standpoint, what are your thoughts on R. Kelly as a singer, writer, all that kind of stuff? What are your thoughts?
I always thought he was a good singer back in the day. Songwriting it's all right. It's a good singer. That's it.
Good. You don't know the beats, the rhythms and stuff.
They're okay. With the singing? They're okay, but I don't know how much of that he did, so I won't like.
Oh, you fell right into my trap. You fell roll an intelligence check. you fell right into it. I was curious about that. I said, "This is good. This sounds good. This sounds good." Hang on, how much of this has he done? Because we looked at Will Smith, and you opened my eyes with all
that
of
half of his songs are Stevie Wonder samples.
Yeah, and I don't remember the number. I'll check after this. But I went to that same website called whosampled.com. And I typed in R. Kelly. And I didn't look at it. I've pulled it up now.
Really?
It's a lot. I didn't even think he had this many songs.
I wouldn't peg him for a sampler, but I just wouldn't be surprised if other people were writing a lot of the music. But go ahead.
Okay. I'm trying to see like who's sampling him and blah 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 blah, because under his name it just says X amount of samples under R. Kelly. Give me your ridiculous guess.
40.
391. Now that seems
so
high.
We don't know if that's him sampling or being sampled, though, is what you're saying.
Yeah, let me look at this now. At Your Best, which is Aaliyah featuring R. Kelly, was sampled in some songs and is a cover of a song. Juice Booty sampled 3 songs. Yeah, I think this is legit. I think
those are him. That's him sampling other things.
I believe so. I think that's what it looks like.
That's a lot
of samples. Now, a lot of these are other artists featuring R. Kelly. This website kind of needs to get its shit together. I'm gonna try to whittle that down. But yeah, I mean, this is the common thing with the hip hop and R&B, isn't it?
I didn't think it was
That's just how it is.
I didn't think it was that common with R&B. More so hip hop. That's how it got its start, But R&B's been around for a long time, way before sampling. Now, what is the song he has where he just rambles, where he's like rambling?
I believe
is it
that's
trapped in the closet, or is there? Maybe there's another one that's just like it.
Okay. I whittled it down. The website does have its shit together. You just got to search for it under filters a little bit. What was your 40? Ridiculous guess? 86 genuine samples from other songs in his. And this is R. Kelly as an artist, not as a producer. So yeah, that's still a lot. And I kind of love this because I might check out some of those other songs now, like those originals. Because I did that last time when we did the Will Smith thing, and
Dr.
when I
Dre.
was looking up Baby Driver stuff. Yeah, so you find some good music that way, and that's fun. His real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly.
So not crazy. R. Kelly.
No, but that's Sylvester. That's Sylvester really.
Just leave that out though. It's his middle
Came
name.
at me. Why would they do that? Why would they?
If you
throw
just
that
said
in
Bob
there?
Kelly, it sounds like a guy who owns like a Irish auto place. Like, come to Bob Kelly Ford in Oak Lawn.
Aren't my commercials wacky? I'm wearing boxers.
Bob Kelly Ford.
Here's my daughter. Look how cute she is. Now she's too old.
Just throw her away. She's too old.
Throw her away. Throw her away.
We
got
got to make
too
room
tall
for
and
the
lanky.
2020s. Meh.
I love this Bob Kelly. So yeah, I just wanted to look into R. Kelly, and apparently I wanted to do it live. Yeah, some Bee Gees, Blue Magic, Marvin Gaye, Mike Marshall, Five Fair Steps, Mad Cobra. See, a lot of these I've never heard of, and that's the exciting part. A lot, that's the good shit. Rick Ross, that's Sterling Sims. Who are they? I don't know.
You'll find out soon enough.
I don't know. Shirt's too tight, Billy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's an interesting segue. Is it possibly a good segue we can talk about here? Well, you guys did a little wrestling thing. There was a terrible wrestling show
My life.
that happened recently.
Oh yeah, I mean, Triple Mania, which is AAA's WrestleMania, and it's notoriously just one of the worst fucking shows.
I
of
watched the
the year.
video you linked me to, and Vampiro. I was dying. I was crying. Tears were rolling down my face. Where's the fucking music? He's just saying it into the broadcaster mic, and then the other guy's got to try and
Kayfabe it.
I think at this point he doesn't even need music because he's been called out.
They're waiting for
He's
you.
yelling at them in Spanish at times. Oh God.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that video, it didn't even have the botches, in-ring botches,
No.
really. It had.
Would just
it had
show
a lot
the
of
in-ring
production
stuff, and then
botches.
you'd hear Vampiro, or it would say at this point he just stands up and takes his headset off.
Right now, he's just slapping hands and walking around. And I don't even know if that video. And tell me if it did. Did it have that Vampiro fart?
I don't think so.
There's a clip going around. where Vampiro, he farts so fucking loud it goes through the headset. You shouldn't be able to hear that.
Those mics are designed to reject that kind of sound.
Man. Yeah, I knew it going into it. I said Botchamania is going to be great in a couple weeks, and I knew we were going to get a lot of streamables. And shit, it came.
Yeah, and then they show it,
correct.
but the worst part is not only do you hear him yelling at the production crew over the broadcast mic, and his mic, they just wouldn't mute his mic for whatever reason. Then they cut to him standing up, and then you watch him and hear him yelling at the production crew to play his fucking music. Oh my God, I was dying. Oh, it was such a shit show.
There was a lot of that.
And then the stream just went black and white for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The clip said. Oh,
It's just everything you could possibly fuck up. They do this in WWE all the time without the fuck ups. And here's our Japanese announcers, and they show them and they say something. And here's our German, and they show them and they say something. They were just and here's our English announcers, and they're supposed to show Matt Stryker and Vampiro, and they've got it on the other two guys, and Vampiro and Stryker are like, hello, they couldn't even do that.
it was so good. Go watch it. Find it on YouTube. Look for AAA's Triple Mania from 2018, and it's got to be the.
And then do 17, and then do 16, and just go down that rabbit hole.
Because Vampiro, he steals the show. He steals the show.
Yeah, and so he calls him out. He doesn't get his music and stuff, and they go in the ring and they do a thing. And Jeff Jarrett's there, and he's wearing his Global Force Wrestling tights like a fucking carny. You're the heavyweight champion of this company, and you're gonna wear tights to your fad that doesn't even exist. You're such You're such a piece of shit. But they go in and they do the thing, and it's obviously in Spanish. I think a lot of it was even off mic. And they do something like I challenge you, and you get. I think it was like a loser leaves sort of thing. And so Vamp comes back to the ring, and Stryker's trying to get him to, let's get that exposition out. Let's explain, because they're the English commentator. So what was that? It looks like he challenged you to a loser leaves AAA type of thing. He's just like, yeah, he talked about my daughter. You don't fucking talk about Dash like that. I don't give a shit. And Stryker's just like,
you're not helping.
I just get the story out, you idiot. Just none of this. Oh, train wreck.
It was great. It was great. Watch the clip. It's worth your time. It's really funny. I don't know. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Do you remember that book? I think that's I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark on Snick. I remember
that was very good.
Goosebumps. Is this like that? What is this?
It was a book series. I can't believe you don't remember it, because we would always have those fucking Scholastic jobbers show up with their flimsy fucking catalogs, and we
it was like on toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those catalogs. I mean, I sort of remember it. Was it like a Goosebumps light? It was not as popular, right?
It was probably for an even younger audience, but not too much. But they were a series of short horror stories, and they're notorious for being kind of scary. And two, the art that accompanied pretty much every story was just fucking terrifying. And for children, not in a million years would you see this kind of stuff in a store today, in a Barnes and Noble or anything like that.
First, find a Barnes and Noble. Let me know if you found one.
I got one right here. But yeah, so it's sort of a beloved series, and whenever you mention it to certain people, they're like, "Oh, this story, and that story, and the picture of this lady and that." So a lot of it stuck with folks. But Guillermo del Toro is producing. I said, scary stories to tell in the dark, and I make that distinction because I love Guillermo del Toro as a director, but his track record as a producer of some of these horror films, it's just not.
I can't think
great.
of any.
But he's going to be producing.
You probably know more than I do.
Off the top of my head, no. But
that's probably a good sign,
I'll
right?
Get it up in a second. Because they're all garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw the one. It was like the red something, and it had Loki in it. I'll check it out in a second. But they're making this, and the cast list is coming out, and a lot of no names, which is probably for the best. And the story sort of synopsis is there, and they're going to be using certain elements, kind of like the Goosebumps movie, where they grabbed a couple of the more popular stories and they jumbled them together.
Because that was a weird movie.
And that's.
Did you see it at all?
Yeah. I've tried it a couple times, and
because R.L. Stein is a character in the movie.
Yeah, it's Jack Black,
so
right?
R.L. Stein's in the movie.
My daughter.
And then all his creations come to life. So it's really not like a Goosebumps story into a movie. It's like Wes Craven's New Nightmare almost. Not as cool though.
But because he had the daughter in that, right?
He had daughter.
My daughter. Was daughter a ghost?
Yes. Daughter was ghost.
Daughter was ghost. I was just making sure, because I never got into it long enough to confirm.
And I'm pretty sure that Nick Jonas looking guy from Why'd You Cut Your Wrists Again is in it. With the old How Are They Doing a Season 3? She's been dead since the first episode of Season 1 show.
So Guillermo del Toro has produced Pacific Rim, Rise of the Guardians, that somewhat animated thing.
It's animated, isn't it?
Is it all the way?
Yeah, because there's a different movie I think that you're thinking of.
Okay. Kung Fu Panda, Mama, that horror movie Mama, which wasn't too bad. Crimson Peak, which is the movie I was thinking of, which I didn't really care for. The television show, The Strain. I'm gonna have to retract my statement. This isn't as bad as I remember it being. So
Maybe there's hope. There's
it'll be
hope. So
good.
maybe.
Just maybe some little hope. A little hope.
John in the chat says the art is the best part.
Oh yeah. Oof. Scary stuff. Like there's the one big lady that watched people sleep, and like the art for her, she's just like.
What's the story called?
It's-
Big lady that watches people sleep.
It's called Big Mama.
Big Mama's House 2.
It's called Big Mama. Oh yeah. You got anything you want?
A little bit.
fucking
A little
wild
bit.
man.
So
Thank you.
I saw a funny sign on it was either a church or a school or something, and it said something about like a Fortnite detox or something for your kid begins today. And my 8-year-old has been playing a lot of Fortnite, and I don't much care for it at all. I don't really like watching it, but his whole attitude has just been getting out of control since he started playing Fortnite. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. He started giving me some lip the other day. He couldn't get logged into Fortnite. He said, I can't get logged in, Dad. Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, sure. Hold on. You just woke me up out of bed in the morning to tell me this. But yes, let me take a shower. And then as I'm getting out of the shower, I hear him screaming and throwing a tantrum because he can't get logged into Fortnite. So you know what I did? I grounded him from Fortnite. But not Overwatch. So I basically forced him to play Overwatch.
You were like,
I'm like, hey, you're grounded from
game.
Fortnite. You can't act like that if you're gonna play Fortnite.
Well, I mean, feel free to ground him from Overwatch too,
Because he gives you lip.
because he's a real lovable brat sometimes. The second Daddy walks out of the room, and every kid's like this. I was like this. Every kid's like this. When the parents fucking leave and they make sure the door's shut, they're like, all right, listen here, faggot. You're going to play DPS. And this boo, boo, boo. Now, he wasn't that bad. But we're in there having a good time. And you're like, all right, my son's going to play. So, which is code for all of us to be like, all right, going to limit that swearing. We're going to remember there's a child here. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is going to be good. And we're picking our characters, and I get Junkrat. And the first thing he says is, oh, Junkrat, huh? Which... At first, it was hilarious. I was like, ooh, good little ribbing. Let's see what he's got to say when I get all those fucking golds and the play of the game and the card. But then throughout the game, he's calling people out. Because I said I was going to get environmentals with Luch. He's just like, where are those environmentals? I don't think you're getting those environmentals that you said you were getting.
I can't. I'm not mad at him at all. I can't be.
He called Torrid out by name. He was just I don't know what Torrid did or didn't do, but he was not happy with Torrid. It was like he was relentless. This wasn't like this game he did this game he did that. It's like the whole one game we're just getting melted by a 10-year-old.
No, he's 8.
And I'm just like, get your ass back on Fortnite.
So he does that all the time, and he doesn't use a mic. He does that no matter what. Like, I don't let him use a mic with other people. The only time he uses a mic is if he's in Discord with you guys. But I'll be upstairs and I'll hear him like, oh, come on, Lucio, what are you doing? Oh, God, you're such a noob. He'll just be talking to himself like that.
He's been
I
rehearsing.
guess. So this was just like an open
game.
mic. Just like, let's turn it on and see what he's really saying.
Yeah.
I wish you recorded it.
A lot of guff. We didn't last too much longer after that. We all had to go to dinner anyway, but we were just like, I'm tired of getting roasted by a child.
I went down there and he told me,
out.
yeah, they ought to go to dinner. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sorry, I'm getting pretty hungry now. Fucking 8-year-old telling me what to do.
I was like, I only did get the one environmental, so that one did hurt. And I was like, damn, because I wanted more. Well,
see, I roast him though. When he's
fine.
playing and I'm watching, I roast him.
Good.
Not even in like a roasty way.
Good.
I'll just be like, why would you do that? Now that's got to cool down. You should have been doing this.
Yeah, we tried to help him a bit because he was, I think it was Genji. He's just like, should I go sniper? And towards or somebody said, no, we've already got one. And he's just like, I'll go Hanzo then, or he's like, it's whatever.
The sniper.
It was cute. It was fun time.
Yeah, I tried to get him to not play with adults because when I'm an adult, I don't enjoy that. Maybe like one round, I could deal with it, but otherwise, it's just because you can't really. I get on here to yuck it up with the boys, like to have fun with the guys, and like when it's like if you went to you ever see the Dude Perfect where it's all the different pickup basketball game archetypes, and the one is the dude who brings his kid. It's like that. It's like that. You should check it out. It's just like that. Hanzo main. Yeah, that's an insult that people throw around to each other.
So, speaking of video juegos, Last Tide. I just bought
pirate
this game. It is not a pirate game.
You're on the high seas. Yar.
You're under the high seas.
Oh, is this the Battle Royale under the water game?
Yeah, this is underwater Battle Royale game. And it's fun. Because normally, PUBG or any type of game, really, it's just you're on the even field. Maybe somebody's in a building or something, and there's that difference. But with this, man, you got to have a head on a swivel. There's 360. It's super cool, and I think it's early access, of course, because everything's early access. But it's not too shabby. It was like $14-15. I just want to get on there with Corvano because I know he loves those types of water games. And Battle Royale.
Oh, he likes water sports, huh?
Decent. He loves water sports. I can't wait to use that line on him in about 20 minutes. That's going to be good. Look at this joke I came up with.
You could take
Fantastic. But Last Tide, it's not bad. Came out literally 5 hours ago.
Oh, wow.
On this Monday evening, which is weird because games usually come out on Tuesdays. And when they come out, they don't come out in like the afternoon. Such a weird release time for them.
Maybe they're from space.
Yeah, it's
your camera froze. Oh, yeah. Your face just froze.
Maybe. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what I've been dicking around with, and because nobody was, what I do is I get on PUBG or Overwatch. I just sit in the lobby while I do stuff in the background just to see if I see that little icon in the corner like Diablo's entered PUBG, and I'm like, it's like throwing out a flare.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. I'm ready. Is anybody else ready? No? All right, I'll play this water game, I guess. Just go on.
I don't have a go-to no one else is on game right now. Because solo PUBG just isn't as fun. Like, what I enjoy playing with people I know in PUBG. That's when I have the most fun. So, like, solo PUBG, I'll play if I know I'm about to play. Like, we'll be on in a few minutes. Maybe I'll get warmed up and play. But I won't just get on and play by myself for hours. I can't. I need a good time killing game.
There are a couple of Discords, like communities, like a lot of streamers have their own Discord community, and it's like there's one. What is that guy's name? Mm-hmm. Stone Mountain, the Stone Mountain guy. Like he's got a little popular Discord, and he's like a chill guy. So what you do is you go there, and he's got a section for it where it's just like, hey, looking to play. And they're like, all right, go to room number 1. And there's like 20 rooms of squads. And people are always looking for players and players looking for squads. Boom, boom, boom. So it's pretty easy to like join up with a squad with the assumption, because it's this Stone Mountain Discord, that they're probably not going to be a shithead. That they're going to be somewhat chill. Like you like this guy, I like this guy. We're here to play PUBG and communicate with the good comms. Having said that, there's still a lot of fucking shitheads on there. So I've been giving that a shot. It's mixed success.
Here's an idea. We start playing Counter-Strike. Competitive. Here's why. Don't lose your mind. We don't have to be good, and we'll lose. But competitive is like the real counter. Like that's how Counter-Strike really is. When you do the casual, it's like 10 on 10. and there's respawn. Like it's weird. It's just not the essence of the game. And I think it would be super fun if we had 5 of us playing Counter-Strike in Discord. It would be fun.
Now how long would it be funny? When would it hit that mark where it goes from funny to frustrating to can he not kill a single fucking like when does it
I don't know that I would get to that point because I used to care about my competitive rank and now I basically don't have one. And I used to just I had anxiety about getting on there and do I get stuck with people that are trolling? I don't want to be the 5th guy and they're all throwing.
Okay,
I don't want to be playing with asshole shithead people. It would be fun. We'll try it one day.
I'm on board. I'll tell the others just to have it installed so when we're all together we don't have to wait for somebody to fucking install it. We can just kind of do it. But yeah, that's like I remember like the last time I played a competitive, I was still pretty new and I was bad. And most of the time people like they won't give you too much shit. They'll say some stuff, but they won't give you too much shit. There was one game nonstop. Every one of them, every teammate just it was like your son, but they've had 30 years experience of breaking somebody's soul down with a sledgehammer. It was terrible. And somehow I would always be the last one alive. And
because you're just camping,
they can see you
because you don't know where they're rushing.
They can see you. Yeah, they can see you and they can talk to you. Normally, when in a lot of games, when you're dead, you're by yourself until you're dead as well, and then you join them and you can talk. But no, the ghosts from the grave, they can talk to you, and boy, do they got some things to say about how you're playing the game. And it's like they would give me bad advice.
That is the worst part about playing Counter-Strike.
Every troll thing, they
that's the worst part. So if we have 5 of us. It would be a lot more fun. It would be way more low stress. Don't let the competitive word throw you off. That's just real Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be fun to play real Counter-Strike with friends and not randos or not even randos. Like I met friends through the game, but they're like, yeah, we want to win. We want to win. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, we're to win.
And that can get stressful at times. We need to try it sometime.
So, was it 5 teams of 5? Yeah, but we should be able to scrounge that together. Oh God, if we get Cryptic.
Oh, Cryptic plays
and Kinetics.
Cryptic plays Counter-Strike.
Cryptic plays. I can see that.
And he doesn't get happy though. I
can see that.
No, that would be fun. Well. It'd be fun to play with him just to see how bad we do and hear his reaction.
But is he good?
I honestly have never played a competitive with him, so I have no idea.
Because there's one thing to be like, I'm mad at myself. I should have done this, and then there's like, mad at the game or mad at the the teammates for.
At this
not
point, he might be
job.
better than me. I haven't played in quite some time.
Oh shit! Well, I think I've uninstalled it because if I don't play a game for 4 or 5 months, get out of here. So yeah, I'll get that back fired up, get my settings right, so when the time comes, probably near maybe the weekend or maybe just a night. But yeah, I'm excited now. I'm excited about that because there's a lot of the concept that I love about Counter-Strike. But like you said, that's
why I stopped playing. There's too much pressure playing with randos and they expect you. Well, this guy better be good. Why would you even buy that gun? You don't even know the meta.
Yeah, if you're new, not just to PC gaming, which I was. But the concept of buying guns, there's not many games like that.
You've got 5 seconds. Buy.
And if you get out of the screen, your whole team's gone. You're like, where did everybody?
Oh, who went?
Shit.
Who went long? Nobody went long. What is this guy doing in spawn still? Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. And then they just get I might as well throw. It's bad.
Yeah, I think we'll find some ways to have fun because you'll see clips and gifs and stuff of a guy, look, he's going to plant the bomb, he's being real serious, and he'll turn the corner and there's a whole team standing on one another like fucking idiots just goofing off. That'll be us doing
on the old show. I talked about this, but I don't think I talked about this on this show. One time, so in the warm-up, both teams can talk to each other. And there's respawns, and you start with the max money, and you're just warming up before the match starts. We were playing in competitive. The other team's name was like Team Warm Up or something. And they were all like trying really hard. And then when the match started, like, okay, guys, GG. And they all quit. They just all quit the match immediately. Oh, God. And that takes commitment because you'll get a cooldown. You won't be able to play again for like the first time's like a couple hours. And the next time it's like a day if you just leave a competitive match. So they went all in as a team.
So this is like a once a day bit.
GG. And that was left when the game started. Ooh. Okay.
That's great.
We talked about some video games. We talked about some movies. Let's talk about Thomas Wayne cast in Joker.
Okay, we can talk about that.
We have a few minutes left.
We discussed the new Joker.
Yep. Jared
movie.
Leto reprising his role.
Jared, no, it is not Jared Leto. It's Joaquin Phoenix. We had some good laughs. I'm still on board. I think that's going to be great. The casting is great. The movie, the jury's
What do you do
still
universe-wise with this? Where do you? Are you going to pretend like it's in continuity when you know it can't really be?
I have no idea.
Is this a soft Batman reboot?
And maybe if they're smart, they'll do that because it seems like they've been writing Batman. They've been recasting Batman pretty much because Ben Affleck's got nobody. It just didn't work, guys. It didn't work. He's fucking boozed out of his mind. He's in rehab again. Godspeed, get good. But it didn't work.
Give him a compliment, and then you gave him a video game cut down.
Get good at sobriety. I mean, we all like the idea of it. It's like, okay, an older one, kind of a little bit ripped, very powerful suit to make counter the fact that he's Ben Affleck. It didn't work. So if they're smart, they start anew. Though your whole fucking universe, it seems like they're picking up. It's almost like it's overlapping. They're not starting from the beginning. They're keeping some of the few past movies they've just done. Like Aquaman's going to be part of that universe. The Wonder Woman movies are going to be part of that. They're going to try to pick and choose. Anyway, Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. It's going to be great. That performance will be fun. Thomas Wayne. Who's Thomas Wayne? What character is that?
Bruce Wayne's dad.
It's Bruce Wayne's dad.
So Batman won't be in it.
Just helping out the listeners. Just helping out. No. It's going to be. Let's see if you can guess. Let me give you some clues. Okay. I just don't. I want to throw a game blind. Was in a comedic television show.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask: Is the character of Thomas Wayne around Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's age, or is he like a younger Thomas Wayne?
Well, I'd say he might be 10, maybe 15 years older. It's probably closer than I think because I don't know how old Joaquin Phoenix and this other guy is.
Show on.
He was in a Tim Burton movie in the 80s, so he's been around a while.
Tim Burton movie in the 80s. Well, there's not a ton of those. Tim Burton movie in the wait a minute. Nah, keep going. I can't.
I'm running out. I'm running out without.
He was in a comedic show on television. What channel? Do you remember?
On the NBC network.
About like what era?
Most of the like 2000 to 2012 or something like that. It was around a good bit. Modern, pretty modern. It's not like Friends or anything crazy like that.
Golly, in a Tim Burton movie in the 80s. Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Golly. Well, that guy's old and he's a child molester. It's not him.
There's like 3 guys in Beetlejuice.
I know, but I can't think of anyone's name. I mean, I know Michael Keaton's name.
Got Michael
Gina
Keaton.
Davis.
Yeah. Got Gina Davis.
I don't know.
Boy, we're not. It's Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah, I was not picturing him at all.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin's going to be Thomas Wayne.
See, his head is about 4 times smaller
movie.
in Beetlejuice. So,
oh yeah, he's a real human sized man.
I don't even picture those two people as being the same person.
So what do you think? Just in general, Alec Baldwin, because he does have that kind of smoky, authority type of voice. Damn it, Lemon, all that shit.
I just always see him as like not a bad guy, but not a good guy.
Yeah, that's a good point. We might see some of that maybe because Thomas Wayne's always been shown as like a fucking
which
saint.
Makes sense because we're sort of seeing him through the memory of Bruce. His dad died when he was really young. Of course, he's gonna be a saint in his mind.
Well, oh God, leave it up to DC to make Thomas Wayne. We're gonna make him dark and gritty. Jesus Christ.
Here's a thought. Here's what I would do. Okay, if I'm pitching Batman, so Halloween comes out. That's the only mention of it. Halloween comes out, 90% fresh, kills at the box office. Big Trouble in Little China, kills at the box office. Kurt Russell's back. I'm going to pitch a Batman. Okay, Michael Keaton's going to be Batman. That's it. And then the rest doesn't matter. It's going to make $1 bajillion. And we re-sequel Batman Returns. What are you going to do?
Hey,
yeah,
what
I'm
are you
old.
do?
Yeah, but the suit isn't old, and it makes me strong again.
Yeah, which is what they kind of did with the Ben Affleck stuff. The suit did a lot of the heavy lifting. It had the eye gimmicks. The whole thing was a exoskeleton suit that did all the fucking work for him. Yeah, you
bring
you
back
do
the
it.
original like '89 looking Batmobile. People would go nuts.
And bring back the glasses so he could give me all of that.
People would love it.
Give me the turtleneck. Give me the
Catwoman.
turtleneck.
She was in Ant-Man and Wasp.
Man.
Yeah.
Really? Was she a bad guy? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, yeah, that's everything I had. We talked about my water sports, and Guillermo del Toro, and R. Kelly's 90s samples, and The Rock, and Big Trouble in Little China.
Show.
Knowing his role.
Shutting his mouth.
So, plugs. You doing anything? Or you just rehearsing?
If that. Who knows?
Cool.
Don't even know what the band name is. 2 rehearsals got canceled already, so we'll see. I don't know.
It's always a good start. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Just do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. @Dale Zawada. I just got 2 new baby rats, and that's all I post.
Aww.
They're so cute. They're so. I named them Freddie and Jason.
Oh, like from Freddy Got Fingered.
They're fun. Yeah, and Jason
Biggs.
Jason did. Yep. So, this is episode 34. Thanks for listening and watching. I'm trapped in a closet.
I'm old Michael Keaton.